Hello, I'm Caroline Martin, and I'm interviewing Alan Martin on his Montana mission trip. So, Alan, what important event are we talking about today?
We're talking about a mission trip that our church went on last summer to the Blackfeet Nation Indian Reservation in Browning, Montana.
So, Alan, what made you decide to go on this mission trip?
I've been wanting to do some mission work for a while now, and just the opportunity came up. One of our members of our church had an interest in doing mission work with the Indian population, and it was a vision she had and that she had shared at church one day. And so I thought it'd be a great opportunity for me to go on a mission trip, one here in the United States as opposed to going out of the country for my first trip. And it's also thought it'd be a great opportunity for my family to go with me to share in this experience.
So, what kind of activities did you do while you were in Montana?
The mission trip we went on was for the Blackfeet Nation Indian Reservation, and they have a kind of a unique way of missioning to people there about the religion there. Is instead of doing, they have a church there in Browning that people attend, but a lot more of the mission work is done in ministering out actually on the farm. They have a farm. I forgot how many acres it was, but they have a working farm. And that's where a lot of people feel more comfortable talking about religion is there on the farm. It's in a different, more comfortable setting more than the church setting. One of the things there in Montana that I didn't realize was all the cold winters they have and how much snow they have and how many months out of the year. And so it's very important to have proper shelter for their livestock and for their equipment to keep it out of the depths of snow in the cold winter. And so the primary thing we worked on was building a pole barn for them to store some of their farm equipment.
How did you feel in Montana? Did you feel safe? Did you feel in danger? What did you see when you were around the streets?
I felt safe. We were there as a group. We were there together. I don't know that I would go out wandering the streets by myself at night. But there we were, in an area, and I know one thing we tried to do is when it started getting dark, trying to stay inside, and also we were advised to make sure we left make sure our cars were locked, not to leave things laying out on the seats for people to see. So it was, I felt comfortable, but I had to take certain precautions to make myself comfortable.
Were there things that really stood out to you while you were on this trip?
Yes, one thing which they had told us before we went. That was one reason we went to the particular reservation. There's a lot of poverty there on the reservation, a lot of drug and alcohol abuse, a lot of suicide. It's a high suicide rate due to some of the living conditions there on the reservation. Most of it's I guess a government subsidized housing, but it's just a poor area. And to see the conditions that some of these people lived in, houses that were tarps were on the roof, and that's my understanding they stay on there all the time, or just the living conditions that some of the people that live in the homes that they live in, the communities they have to live in, was quite surprising.
Do you feel as this trip has changed you, and if so, how?
Yes, it gives me appreciation more about what we have. The Montana countryside is a very pretty country. Love the fact there's no humidity. Still, it gives you the appreciation of the area that we live in, the benefits that we have of our surroundings, our homes, and just more appreciative of what we have. Also, with the people there on the reservation, they were very low key, very kind of took things as it as they went. So I think that was another thing, just a takeaway, is to try to be more relaxed and not be concerned as much about the essence of time, more about the fact that what you're doing and enjoying what you're doing, and not try to be so concerned about having to live on a particular schedule, a firm schedule.
Do you feel as this adventure has made you a better United States citizen?
Yes, it's there again. Because one of the things we were able to travel over into Canada for part of our trip, and so I appreciate the Canadian side, but I enjoyed getting back into the United States, making sure I was safely back in here. But yes, it helped me with my pride of being an American citizen, and also it learned more about the heritage of how one of the chief elders came and spoke to us one night, and just learning more about how the white man took the land from the Indians and how they were done. And so it was kind of embarrassing as far as being a citizen, but also it helped me to be a better person in understanding other diversities and where they're coming from, and thinking about how people were treated in the history of time.
So what is the overall lesson you've learned from this trip?
To be appreciative of what you have, always try to do better, do things for others, not just thinking about yourself, but trying to help others that are in need, those that have less, that are less fortunate than you, to try to help them. Also, we had a wide variety of ages on this trip. We've had anywhere from elementary school kids to what I was calling our seniors, which some of the ones in the group was asking which one of us are the seniors. But we had a wide variety of age group of people, but we all took part, we all did something. And so no matter who you are, how big you are, how little you are, how young or old, there's always opportunities out there for you to help. I was very proud of my family and the work they did, and very proud of others that the work they did. So it kind of really gets you to appreciate individuals and each individual's abilities that they have to contribute.
That was my last question. Thank you so much for letting me interview you today.
Well, thank you.